Welcome to the Service Academy, an associate's guide to making an impact, not an enemy, recorded workshop. The material covered in this session is an abbreviated version of the live discussions that took place in November. We appreciate your attendance in this recorded training session. The focus of this Service Academy session is on identifying the proper techniques for delivering peer-to-peer feedback to your fellow associates. We'll explore how good feedback allows us to find value in and add value to, meaning we look for opportunities to celebrate and affirm positive actions in others, and we focus what we could add on to the experience to improve it further. We're fortunate at Busey to have a well-developed performance review process. These meetings, both annual review and check-ins, are often with a direct supervisor in a formal setting. You probably review your progress and current objectives, leaving with a good understanding of how you are performing. However, many may prefer more frequent feedback and recognition. In a study by Purdue University, it was found that the addition of peer feedback was valuable for several reasons. It provides the prompt and ongoing feedback desired that managers may not have enough time to complete. While peers may not provide the formal high-quality feedback a manager may, they can provide it with greater immediacy, frequency, and volume to compensate. Peers have a unique vantage point and may see things a manager could miss. Additionally, engaging peers in the feedback process allows for more meaningful interactions and improved satisfaction. Finally, as peers offer feedback, they are not only reflecting on their peers' work, but their own, which improves learning and performance. Good feedback has four main characteristics. It will always focus on the issue and not the individual receiving your feedback. It will provide specific key behaviors that can be replicated or worked upon. It will provide its recipient with actionable goals that will allow associates to track their own progress, and it will be timely. Feedback is most beneficial when it's relayed as quickly as possible, on both ends of the spectrum. In a study completed by an international HR firm called Globoforce, it was found that an overwhelming 71% of employees surveyed preferred to receive feedback as soon as possible. As the recipient of timely feedback, you are able to process the positive reinforcement or the opportunities for growth while the interaction is still fresh in your mind. The associate submitting feedback will also benefit from a quicker timetable. When formulating your feedback, you'll do so with a better memory of the interaction and will be able to provide more impactful information. Equally as important is providing feedback that focuses on the issue at hand and not the individual receiving your feedback. Imagine you've received the following statement in an email. "You just don't seem to get it. Whenever I find myself needing to partner with you, I'm always doing extra work to correct your mistakes. What's wrong with you?" While over-dramatized, this is an example of someone placing all of the emphasis on the individual and not the issue. It would be understandable if the recipient began to feel some resentment towards the individual that had sent this. In order to avoid creating a hostile work environment, always review the information you are providing before sending it. Ensure you are speaking solely to the interaction itself. A few helpful tips include remaining calm and not providing feedback while emotionally charged, and saying what you mean without saying it mean. The third characteristic of effective feedback is providing detailed information that reinforces key behaviors, empowering recipients to achieve success. Consider the following scenario. I've had the opportunity to witness a few of your interactions with customers over the last week, and I wanted you to know that you are doing a great job. Keep it up. While the feedback received is certainly encouraging, it doesn't offer the recipient much information to identify ways to replicate the level of service mentioned. Now, let's review a sample that relays more specific information. I've had an opportunity to witness a few of your interactions over the last week. You did an excellent job relating to each one of your customers. I was also impressed by the way you took ownership over each interaction and told the customer you would be able to assist them regardless of their need. Keep up the good work. After receiving this feedback, the associate knows that if they actively acknowledge their customers and confirm their personal assistance, they will continue to see success. The final piece in providing effective and complete peer feedback is that it has to be actionable, especially when dealing with feedback that encourages associate growth. When you've reached this part of your feedback, ask yourself one key question. Did my feedback provide a clear path towards a desired outcome? If you struggle to identify a success point in the feedback you provided, it will be even harder for the recipient to infer what a successful outcome looks like. Consider this as a check and balance for the feedback you are sharing. If your end goal remains unclear, this provides you an opportunity to offer more specific detail. Now that we've discussed what effective feedback looks like, let's explore one channel for providing peer-to-peer feedback at Busey. Launched in February 2015, servicegrams offer associates an opportunity to provide positive reinforcement and a channel for associates to improve their quality of service at Busey. Those submissions receiving a rating of 9 or 10 are considered promoter scores and are shared with both the associate and the associate supervisor. These submissions also receive a congratulatory recognition card. Passive servicegrams, those submissions receiving a rating of 7 or 8, are again shared with both the associate and supervisor, but include a specific improvement item that would help raise that rating to a promoter level. Detractor servicegrams are shared with the supervisor only. The supervisor will set a one-on-one with the associate to discuss methods of improvement. Designed with the principles discussed today in mind, the servicegram is a supportive tool that helps deliver both positive and constructive feedback. Providing a description of your interaction, in addition to explaining the rating you gave, is an opportunity for you to advise the recipient of the issue at hand, be it congratulatory or otherwise. What did the associate do well, or how could the associate have improved your experience, allows you to offer specific actionable items that will encourage continued success and growth. To ensure timely feedback, servicegrams are processed on a weekly basis. Thank you for viewing this recorded session of the Service Academy's An Associate's Guide to Making an Impact, Not an Enemy. The third Service Academy session, Before You Press Send, A Modern Guide to Email Etiquette, will be available in January of 2016. To register to attend this session live, please email the Customer Experience team at customerexperience@busey.com. Thank you.